What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great Friday night. Appreciate you tuning in. Look, we've been going through the free agents as fast as I possibly can, but we are almost done here with the offense. I got the offensive linemen for you here. So we're going to talk about the tackles, the guards, the centers. I've got the full list at each position of free agents. Then we'll talk about the Eagles' offensive line situation. And was going to be a top 10, but I made it a top 5. This is my 5th video today, trying to cram all this stuff in before free agency actually begins. But I appreciate each and every one of you taking the time to watch this. This is not a live video, but I would love to hear your thoughts, who your top 10 are, top 5, top 3, whatever it is, who you like from these lists I'm about to show you, whatever is on your mind. Please feel free to let me know down below. Thank you for hitting that like button, subscribing, all the things you're doing to support this channel. I cannot thank you enough, but we've got a plethora of information here. So let's start it off with the full list of offensive linemen. And see my man Irby here. He's a little pissed when he left last year, but he will be showing up here on these lists. But let's get this bad boy started. We're going to start right in the middle here at center. And you know, that one name on this list is all I really care about. Jason Kelce, I do believe he will return. I think just seeing Brandon Graham coming back, all that great stuff, that'll get me excited. But beyond that, you know, you've got guys like Bradbury, Bozeman, Larson, some decent guys in here, but nothing I'm writing home about. Ethan Pochich is in there. Look, you've got some guys with starting capability, but for the Philadelphia Eagles, I need Jason Kelce back, and that's all I care about. And we know we got Cam Jurgens beyond that. But if you're a fan of another team, there are some options here. And this is only one list for the centers. And as we go, the lists will get a little bit bigger. But I'll be real with you. I just need Jason Kelce back, and that's all I care about for the Eagles. But at guard, the Eagles have somebody named Isaac Seumalo there, who is a free agent. Really hopeful that we can bring him back. But if not, there are some, options here. Obviously, we have some on the team options. We've got some guys, in the draft we could be looking at. We drafted Cam Jurgens last year who can play guard, and he is a center. So a lot of options there, but whoever you're a fan of, you're looking at this list here. You've got some guys with starting capability. You see Nate Herbig there. I really thought, if Seumalo were to leave this year, we'd have Herbig here. He could step in, but well, yeah, he's a free agent now, so maybe we bring him back. Not sure how he feels after what happened last year, but you see some guys, some versatility here, but guys that are, starting capability. And then on the next page, this is the last page of guards here, but you've got some more decent guys. Laurent Duvernay Tarif is in there. You've got James Ferentz, Michael Schofield, Wes Schweitzer. So you've got some options there. But again, the same. If you're an Eagles fan, I just want Isaac Seumalo to come back. If not, Cam Jurgens, maybe he slides in. So we shall see. But at tackle, we're pretty set there as an Eagles fan. But if you are looking for a tackle, there are some names out there. And, some guys just got let go. Jawan Taylor, Taylor Lewan. So maybe you're looking for somebody with some starting experience. You see McGlinchey, McGarry. Not the greatest of tackles there. But look, you've got some talent. I think Andre Dillard's going to get an opportunity to go play somewhere. But the Eagles, with Mailata and Lane Johnson, you're always looking to have depth just in case anything happens. But they've got a lot of depth. But if you're looking at any of these names, there are some guys with starting experience, some guys that could come in, play swing tackle, help you out, some versatility, help you out at guard and tackle. So definitely some names in the free agent pool. If you are an Eagles fan or any fan, you have some options here. Now, there are some guys that are restricted, some that are exclusive rights, but let's look at the restrictive guys first. And only tackles and centers. There were no guards that were restricted. So their team, either re-signs them. If someone else tries to re-sign them, they are restricted. So someone would have to give something up for them. And that is all figured out by their draft status, how much they played, all that great stuff. And when they're restricted, that means they played over 3 accrued seasons. So the team that would sign them, if the team wouldn't match, they would get something in return. So you see those guys there. And then exclusive rights guys, those are the players that have not played in accrued 3 seasons. So under 3 accrued seasons here, these guys, they take that minimum contract or they pretty much don't play for anyone. So probably see all of those guys back with their teams. You see Prince Tega Wanogo. We had him on our practice squad. And last year, you remember the Chiefs took him from us. So best of luck to him and his endeavors. But that was the full list of centers, guards, and tackles. So let me know your thoughts down below on those lists. Who do you like from those lists? Let's take a look at this Philadelphia's. What the hell did I just do to the graphic there? All right. So we're going to take a look at the offensive line situation. As I mentioned, you need the guy in the center, your anchor. We need Jason Kelce back. And I think he's going to come back, but he's taking his time, enjoying his offseason. He will decide when the time is right, but I do believe he will be back. But let's take a gander at what is going on with the Philadelphia Eagles. So you see, when I mentioned, we've got some in-house options here. So I don't necessarily feel we have to go to free agency for this. You see the tackles here, Jack Driscoll, and a lot of these guys are versatile, can play some guard too. So Jack Driscoll, he has a home here. Then you have Fred Johnson and Roderick Johnson, the practice squad guys who are going to be competing this offseason to get a roster spot. Of course, our starting right tackle, Lane Johnson. Then you've got Jordan Mailata as left tackle. And then another guy that was on the practice squad, Jared Williams. He will be here this summer to compete. So you got Mailata and you've got yourself Lane Johnson, but Jack Driscoll is the depth there. So beyond that, do you want to add somebody in free agency, or would you rather go in the draft? And for me, I'm going to go into the draft. I know you're missing, Andre Dillard. That's a big piece. Your backup left tackle, very important position. So, I would look into the draft, but I don't think that it's a rush where you have to take something, first round or anything. And if you wanted to just add somebody, when it comes to in the free agent pool, then all right, I guess I'm not against it. But I'm bringing back Kelce and Seumalo. If I'm the Philadelphia Eagles, let's keep this offensive line intact. The best offensive line in the damn game. So you saw at guard there. We've got some, options, but without Sua Opeta there, without Isaac Seumalo, who's going to step up? Is it going to be Sua Opeta, Tyrese Robinson, Julian Good-Jones? So, yeah, you're going to look in the draft there if, you don't feel 100% confident with the depth you have. Again, you can have Cam Jurgens play guard if you feel comfortable there. But I'm going to try to bring Isaac Seumalo back if I'm the Eagles. Now, if he's asking for more money than we're willing to give up, then he could definitely walk. And as much as we want to keep our eyes on the draft, we're here to talk about free agency and Howie and his magic. So we're going to talk about 5 guys that I think the Eagles could be interested in. And again, I would focus mainly on the draft, but we're here to talk about free agency. So number 5 on the list, Jesse Davis, and a versatile offensive lineman, play guard and tackle, been in the league for 8 years and out of Idaho, undrafted in 15. And he's played for a few teams here, Seahawks, Jets, Dolphins, Vikings, and most recently the Steelers. But this guy, again, brings that versatility, a veteran who can come in, play left tackle, right tackle. He can play right guard, left guard. This guy can do it all in the sense of being the depth that we need. So if you're looking for a versatile guy, Jesse Davis could be an option, very cheap. Again, I'm looking cheap here because if we're not signing Isaac Seumalo going in the draft, then I don't know what the hell we're doing. So, yeah, I'm going with the guys that I think could be depth pieces. And Dennis Kelly, former Philadelphia Eagle 5th-round pick back in 2012. Holy hell, 11 years ago. This dude's 6'8", 321 pounds, The Undertaker. May you rest in peace. This dude, he's a beast, and he's been doing his thing for 11 years now. And I'll be real with you, I would love to have him back as a backup tackle just to provide some veteran depth here and make me feel a little bit more comfortable because, again, I feel good at tackle. It's just the depth behind them. So looking at some pieces that are depth, but they could be starters on other teams. I think for us, we have such a great line. These guys come in, and if need be, then they just fill right in. Now, a guy that definitely has starting experience, Bobby Hart, and I think that, he is somebody with that versatility who would fit in perfectly here. Now, if we don't bring back Seumalo, you could have him as the starter. I wouldn't feel so great about him being a starter. I'm going to be real with you. But for a 7th-round pick, he's done well for himself. 28 years old. I would not be against adding him as a depth piece. I think that would be a good move. Now, number 2 on this list, this would be if you pass on Isaac Seumalo, go get you some Dalton Risner. Just finished his rookie contract out of Kansas State, second-round pick from the Broncos. This kid, he is starting material, and I'd love to have Seumalo back, but if you get this kid, I don't think that he's going to be cheaper, but if you can find a way to convince him, I would be more than happy. This kid can come in, pass protect. He helps in the run game. He can do it all. I really like Dalton Risner. And then number one on the list, fan favorite, and one of my favorites, former Eagle, Nate Herbig. And we were talking about him earlier, but look, I was pissed off last year. Things just didn't work out. They, convinced him to sign his tender. Then they kind of were like, hey, look, could you take a little less money actually? And that's kind of messed up. So him and his agent were like, yeah, maybe you could just let me go. And, well, they did. So he went on to the Jets, and that's unfortunate, man. I really liked Nate Herbig, and as a free agent now, he gets to go where he pleases. But I know he still lives in Jersey, obviously playing for the Jets. Why would you move? But I know that he's still friends with a lot of those Eagles guys. He still shows up and works out with those guys. So I would be more than happy to have Nate Herbig back. I don't think he's as good as Seumalo right now, but Nate Herbig's only 24 years old. He's got a lot of room to grow, and I'm very excited about the future of him, and I would be ecstatic if he were brought back to the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, that's all I've got for you this evening, ladies and gentlemen, but I would love to hear your thoughts on the offensive line, whether you're an Eagles fan, a fan of whoever. Who do you have in your sights? Who are your top 3, top 5, whatever it may be? Who do you like for the Eagles? How do you feel about the Eagles situation? Would you bring back Seumalo? Do you think we should move on from Kelce and have Jurgens? What is on your mind, whatever it may be? Let me hear it down below. But I'll be back tomorrow. We're starting with the defense, baby. So defensive linemen, and I'm breaking it down, the interior guys, defensive ends, the edge rushers, all that stuff. Oh, hell yeah. Then the linebackers and corners and safeties. And don't worry, I won't leave out the special teams either. But if you missed any of the offense, go check it out on the YouTube channel. We've got quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, and now you've got yourself the offensive line. But I will be back tomorrow. Hope you're all having yourselves a great Friday night. Getting ready for a great weekend, baby. Let's go. But if you need me, feel free to reach out. But until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. Have yourselves a great night. Stay safe out there. And as always, say it with me, go Birds!